check. No sound check. Check, sound check. Check, sound check. Hello, sound check.
Legal advocacy training. The Library Learning Commons houses a comprehensive collection of academic and legal resources with online databases accessible 24/7. Home to the country's top athletes and international sports champions, the university provided dedicated spaces for athletic development. UMak is equally committed to environmental stewardship with open, green spaces that inspire care for our common home. Beyond academics and athletics, UMak offers spaces where students can rest, connect, and recharge, because student well-being is as essential as academic achievement. And underpinning it all is a dedicated security facility with around-the-clock CCTV surveillance, ensuring the safety of every student, faculty member, and guest within the campus. The University of Makati, built to educate, designed to inspire.
At the University of Makati, sustainability is more than just a catchphrase, it's a way of life. The institution is committed to creating an environmentally sustainable campus for students, employees, and the community. Energy efficient LED lighting is a primary focus. UMAC is minimizing its carbon footprint and electricity consumption by adopting LED lighting in 85 to 90% of buildings. In an effort to save electricity and cut emissions, UMAC is also modernizing its cooling systems by swapping out outdated air conditioners for energy efficient inverter ones. In order to optimize the energy economy, the building management system intelligently controls the air conditioning and lighting, shutting off services in idle areas. UMAC's dedication to energy conservation is demonstrated by the remarkable B grade and 3-star rating it received in a recent energy audit. Going forward, UMAC is installing solar panels in collaboration with DOE to lessen its carbon footprint and dependency on conventional electricity. Through these initiatives, UMAC keeps raising the bar for environmental responsibility and energy efficiency.
For 1 hour, the world goes dark. But at the University of Makati, our commitment shines brighter than ever. UMak commits to integrating ecological stewardship, sustainability, and integral ecology into its educational, operational, and community programs. Implementation is already underway for a comprehensive green campus development project. Nature is also returning to the campus with the active planting of flowering and fruit-bearing trees in every available space. From researching urban flooding and air quality with a DENR to reinvigorating the No to Single-Use Plastic campaign, UMAC is transforming food stores into zero-waste zones, one reusable container at a time. Today, UMAC is aggressively strengthening its awareness campaigns to ensure zero-waste policies are met and recyclable materials remain uncontaminated.
this Earth Hour. Join us as we build the greenest university. Because at UMak, the future doesn't just grow, it blossoms sustainably.
Welcome to University of Makati, Occupational Health and Safety Office. If you hear this alarm, it signifies that there is an emergency. During the fire, stay calm. Evacuate the area immediately. Follow the instructions of security or housekeeping personnel. Use the nearest emergency exit. Proceed to assembly area. Do not return until declared safe. If the fire is manageable, use the available fire extinguisher. Remember the word pass. P stands for pull the pin. A for aim the nozzle at the base of the fire. S for squeeze the lever, and S for sweep side to side. During the earthquake, initiate drop, cover, and hold until the shaking stops. If not feasible, do the tripod position. Stay calm, prepare for evacuation, follow the instructions of security or housekeeping personnel. Use the nearest emergency exit. Proceed to assembly area. Do not return until declared safe, and do not use elevators. During human-induced hazards, inform concern offices for unusual observations. Do not panic. Listen for further instructions. Welcome.
everyone to please rise for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem and to be followed by an opening prayer led by the UMak Tunog Kawayan. Okay, please be seated. Isang makakalikasang araw po sa ating lahat at mabuhay. I'm Ian Pijoyet and I will be your MC for today. Okay? And it's fantastic to see so many familiar faces and new ones here today for the Gawad Kalikasan 2026. And we are here today to recognize and honor the individuals, organizations, and the various stakeholders for their significant contributions to environmental management and sustainability within the city. And first, from the heart of our community, we are privileged to have the leaders who work tirelessly on the ground, serving our residents every single day for their commitment to the welfare and development of the community. Please welcome the 23 barangays of Makati. Next, representing the innovation and the economic drivers of our business community, we have the visionary leaders from the private sectors. Next, by providing critical oversight and directions at the national level, we are honored to have the distinguished representative from the national agencies. Moving on, we acknowledge the profound impact of organizations working at the forefront of social change through their tireless effort, passions, and commitment. Please welcome our NGO partners. Next in line, through the amplifying the voices of communities and driving citizens' participations, we have the vital representative from the civil society organizations. Moving on, representing the vital contribution of research, education, and intellectual leadership, we're honored to introduce our partners from the academic sectors. And lastly, the City Government of Makati's various departments and offices and the City Council of Makati. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat at mabuhay! And to officially commence our proceedings, and to deliver the opening remarks for today's event, allow me to introduce the Chair of Environmental Protection and Ecology Committee. Please welcome the Honorable Councilor Maribel F. Vitales.
Good morning to our partners from the private sectors, non-government organizations, and associations. Nakita ko po the PNP, Bureau of Fire, siyempre po yung mga department heads natin na nandito ngayon. Pinakuha ko po, baka mamaya may kulang po eh. So, andito ho ba si Attorney Mel Kenneth Mabuti? From GSD po, Sir Francisco Nacario. From Accounting, Ma'am Angelica Cruz. Of course, from our MSWD, Ma'am Maribel Lumang. From DEPW, Engineer Iris. Of course, from our DILG, Ma'am, ang ating City Director, Ma'am Mary Jane Nacario. To our Liga, of course, andito ho si Cons Ronaldo Duca. And ating EMO, Ma'am Eva Marie. From MHD, Doc Bernard Sese. And of course, to our UMak, salamat po sa pagpapahiram sa UMak, Sir Virgilio Tapon. And of course, sa lahat po ng mga barangay captains na nandito, na minsan nandyan din po ako sa mga position ninyo. Magandang umaga to our schools and universities. It is my distinct honor to join you today at the Gawad Kalikasan 2026 Awards Program, a meaningful occasion that recognizes exemplary effort in environmental stewardship and sustainable practices across Makati City. Allow me to extend my heartfelt appreciation to the Department of Environmental Services. Siyempre, papalakpakan ho natin ang ating OIC, Sir Reggie Mavillares. Isang buwan na po tayong magkakasama. Our partners in governance, our colleagues from Sangguniang Panglungsod na sumusuporta ho sa mga programa natin sa DES, and most especially our awardees, whose dedication and innovation inspires us all. Sa lahat ng mga barangay officials po, mga kagawad, lahat ng bumubuo ng mga environmental projects, salamat po sa inyong dedications. The Gawad Kalikasan is not merely an award ceremony. It is a testament to our collective resolve to protect our environment, to strengthen our communities, and to ensure that future generations inherit a city that is resilient, sustainable, and thriving. As a chairperson of the Committee on Environmental Protection and Ecology, I reaffirm our commitment to advancing policies and programs that uphold ecological balance, promote responsible resource management, and encourage citizens' participation in environmental initiatives. May today's recognition serve as a beacon of inspiration, reminding us that every effort, whether by individuals, by organizations, or by institutions, contributes to building a greener and more sustainable Makati. Once again, congratulations to all of us. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay ang ating mga tagapagtaguyod ng kalikasan.
Thank you so much po, Councilor Maribel Vitales. Okay, and as we gathered for this very special occasion, we celebrate how Makati has paved the way, not only as the financial capital of the Philippines, but also as a champion for sustainability and climate action. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please join me on stage. Let's give a warm Makati welcome to our esteemed representative of Mayor Nancy Binay, as she delivers the State of the Environment Address of Makati City. Please welcome Honorable Councilor Vitales.
Thank you and good morning once again. On behalf of our beloved Mayor, allow me to read her message and the State of Environmental Address from our Mayor, Ate Mayora Nancy Binay. A very nice morning to our distinguished guests, colleagues in public service, partners in environmental stewardship, and fellow Makati residents. I stand before you as your mayor, and as a fellow resident of a city, we are all obligated to protect for the generation who will inherit it. This address is both proof of what we achieve when government, communities, and the private sector work together, and an honest reckoning with the work that lies ahead. Ang Department of Environmental Services ang pundasyon ng environmental management ng ating lungsod. At ipinagmamalaki kong ibahagi sa inyo ang mga resulta ng mga inisyatiba nito. Mula ho sa ating solid waste management, nitong 2025, nakakolekta at nakapag-dispose ang lungsod ng humigit kumulang 687,932 cubic meters na basura. Sa 48.72% waste diversion rate, ang pagkamit ng 53.88% na target ay nangangailangan ng mas matinding composting at pamamalahang biodegradable waste. In 2025, we recorded 1,481 apprehensions under the Makati Solid Waste Management Code, with 59% resulting in paid citations, up from 45% in 2024. Patuloy nating sinusigurado ang compliance at ng halos 6,000 establishmento sa tamang pamamahala ng plastic. With regards to our urban greening, as of 2025, Makati is home to 44,920 trees across our parks, open spaces, private villages, and residences. We maintain 17 public parks and 50 green certified buildings with vegetation cover at 21.16% of the city's land area. And our tree-to-person ratio has improved from 1:12 2 years ago, now 1:7 today. Binago ng Tripa-Digalina Easement Development ang mga napabayaang waterways corridors tungo sa makukulay na linear parks. Ang 885-meter stretch sa Barangay San Isidro ay naging modelo ng urban greening ng waterways rehabilitation. At pinalawak natin ito sa Barangay Palanan, Barangay Pio del Pilar, at Barangay Bangkal. At iba pang barangay, hindi tayo titigil doon. Mula naman po sa ating pollution control and monitoring, Makati's air quality continues to fall well within safe level. Our average particulate matter has stayed below the dense ambient air quality guidelines. PM 2.5 average 21.3 micrograms per normal cubic meter against a threshold of 50. PM 10, 37.6 against 150, and the total suspended particles of 94.75 against 230. Noong 2025, nagsagawa rin tayo ng 183 inspections sa ilalim ng Anti-Noise Pollution Code ng lungsod ng Makati. Mula naman po sa ating waterways management, sa taong 2025, sakop ng ating waterway management efforts ang 1,632,239 linear meters ng ilog at kanal. At nakakolekta tayo ng 12,857 cubic meters ng basura sa 1,254 cleanup drives na isinagawa ng 16,183 volunteers. Lumalago ang Adapan Stero programs na may isang bagong partner noong 2025 at 16 waterways na aktibong pinapamahalaan. I invite more businesses, schools, and barangays to adopt a waterway and make it a source of genuine pride. Sa atin namang climate change action, climate change is here, and Makati is committed to leading in both adaptation and mitigation. Sa taong 2025, naglaan ang Makati ng 13.6% sa kabuuang budget para sa klima. 4.285 billion para sa climate change adaptation at 1.313 billion para sa climate change mitigation. Our 2025 Earth Hour campaign saw 140,795 lights turned off, saving an estimated 8.5 million watts, over 2.3 million kilograms in carbon, and 18.9 million in energy. Nakapagsagawa rin tayo ng 27 webinars na nilahukan ng 4,511 participants. Muling kinilala ang lungsod bilang A-list city ng Climate Data Portal Report o CDP. Ang ikatlong beses nating natanggap ang pinakamataas na rangko ng climate transparency at action. Mula naman sa ating challenges ahead, honesty demands that we name our challenges plainly. We must meet our solid waste diversion targets, intensify composting, and shift decisively toward circular economy approach for biodegradable waste. We must protect and expand our urban green spaces, even as national infrastructure projects pressures our trees and corridors, and reclaim the legal easements of our waterways for our communities. We must also move beyond merely educating our communities toward shifting behaviors, building system where the sustainable choices is the easiest. And for our closing statement, sa lahat ng bumubuo ng Department of Environmental Services, palakpakan naman po natin silang lahat. Sa ating mga katuwang na city departments, maraming salamat. Your work is often unseen, carried out in the heat of our steros and along our creeks banks long before the city wakes. Makati is cleaner, greener, and more resilient because of you. To our partners barangay, palakpakan naman natin yung mga barangay. Napakahirap po maging barangay officials. Civil society, organizations, private establishments, schools, and individual citizens who joined us in this mission, you are living proof that government cannot and should not do this alone. The environment is a shared responsibility and a shared inheritance. Let this address serve not only as a report on where we have been, but a covenant for where we are going. A Makati that is clean and green, resilient, and one we are proud to leave behind for our children. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay ang Makati. Mahalin natin atin ito. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Councilor Vitales. Okay. Before we officially begin our awarding proper, we want to pause for a very special moment to celebrate the vibrant spirit of our team. We have a very unique performance lineup that is sure to bring immense talent and energy to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Department of Environmental Services, a special number from Miss Jenilyn Batong.
Tingnan mo ang awitin ng hangin. Ramdam mo ba ang halik ng langit? Hiningan ng mundo sa paligid. Pansinin. Kaan mo ang buhay na dagat. Ang ng mga puto sa gubat. Mundo natin ay isa. Sabay-sabay sumigaw, magkaisa at maghatid ng pag-asa. Sabay-sabay sumigaw, sa kalikasang hindi bibitaw. Sina ang iyong pusong nagtulog. Sundin mo ang nag-isang tunog. Ang manang lahi ay mamahalin. Isa lang ang mundo natin. Sabay-sabay sumigaw, kaisa at maghatid ng pag-asa. Sabay-sabay sumigaw, sa kalikasang hindi bibitaw. Sabay-sabay sumigaw, kaisa at maghatid ng pag-asa. Sabay-sabay sumigaw, sa kalikasang hindi bibitaw. Sabay-sabay sumigaw, magkaisa at maghatid ng pag-asa. Sabay-sabay sumigaw, sa kalikasang hindi bibitaw. Thank you po.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Jenilyn Batong. And now, we we officially open the floor for the delivery of recognitions and awards to the respective recipients. And to give us the further details of Gawad Kalikasan 2026, may we call ENP Anthony Sinon L. Walde, the Division Chief of Planning and Technical Services Division of the Department of Environmental Services.
Hello, good morning. So for the Gawad Kalikasan 2026, now we would like to share with you the declaration of the month of June as the Philippine Environment Month by the virtue of Presidential Proclamation number 237 gives emphasis on the importance of managing our environment. Giving critical attention in the rehabilitation, conservation, and preservation of the city's vital ecosystems. While our city ordinance number 2025-074, an ordinance approving the Gawad Kalikasan as the official environmental award program of the city government of Makati. The Gawad Kalikasan 2026 is the integration of 4 environmental awards and competition projects under the environmental management sector, namely the Likas Pagkilala Award, Search for the Cleanest and Greenest, 4R for Upcycling, and the Search for the Best in Greenhouse Gas Management, combining into one multi-layered award-giving program under the Department of Environmental Services. The award is in a recognition of the individuals, barangays, business establishments, government agencies, non-governmental and private organizations, schools, fire and police stations who help achieve the city's environmental targets, objectives, and goals. Now for the Gawad Kalikasan logo meaning, the logo shows the green plant encircling the word Gawad Kalikasan. The green represents all the natural resources of the city, while the encircling of the plant represents sustainability and resiliency. The blue color of the Gawad represents the waterways wherein the city is surrounded by water. The Kalikasan word in the middle represents the ecological centeredness of the city's environmental approach and agenda. For the objectives of the Gawad Kalikasan are as follows. First, to recognize the initiatives and efforts of the city's stakeholders in rehabilitating, conserving, and preserving the city's environment and ecosystem. Second, to document and promote best environmental practices within the City of Makati for replication and continuous improvement. Third, to support the city's compliance with environmental reporting requirements of national and international agencies. Fourth, to heighten environmental awareness and engagement among barangays, city government employees, and the Makati citizens in general. Last but not the least, of course, to celebrate June as the Environment Month and highlight the vital role of the environment in the present and future well-being of the city.
Okay, thank you ENP Walde for the overview. And now we would like to invite our city councilors and the Department Head of Environmental Services to kindly join us on stage to present the plaque and certificates to our esteemed awardees.
Also ask Director Jane Cario to please. Now, for the award categories. The Gawad Likas Pagkilala category, recognizing barangays, city departments and offices, non-governmental organizations, national governmental agencies, business establishments and organizations, including individuals who contributed in the preservation, conservation, and rehabilitation of the city's environment and natural resources, with the ending view of achieving the city's environmental vision of resilient and climate-adaptive environment.
The climate change mitigation. We are recognizing the exemplary barangays who shown in demonstrated programs and projects to mitigate climate change, such as through the use of renewable energy like the solar power, energy efficiency, the measures of the GHG reduction activities.
Now, for the award for the certificates for the climate change mitigation. Now, may we call on the barangays. May we call on Barangay Kasilawan. May we call on Barangay Forbes Park. Now may we call on Barangay Urdaneta. Now, for the plaque of recognition to the top 3 barangays for the climate change mitigation. For the 3rd place, may we call on Barangay Olympia. For the 2nd place, for the climate change mitigation, may we call on Barangay San Isidro. Now, for the top prize for this category, for the climate change mitigation, may we call on the first placer, the top for this category, Barangay Bel Air.
Climate change adaptation. We are recognizing the exemplary barangays who shown and demonstrated programs and projects to adapt to climate change, such as the flood-proofing, climate-resilient infrastructure, early warning, and rainwater harvesting.
Now, for the certificates for the climate change adaptation category, may we call on Barangay Santa Cruz. Barangay San Antonio. May we call on Barangay Guadalupe Nuevo. Now, may we call on Barangay Olympia. Another certificate of recognition goes to Barangay Valenzuela. Now, for the top 3, receiving the plaque of recognition. Third place for the climate change mitigation. May we call on Barangay Forbes Park. May we announce the arrival of Councilor Mayet Casal Uy. May we ask a Councilor Mayet to accompany Councilor Vitales here on the stage. Now, for the second place for the climate change adaptation, may we call on Barangay Bel Air. Now, for the top prize for the climate change adaptation category, may we call on Barangay San Isidro.
For the category of solid waste management, the pilot barangays for waste segregation, we would like to give appreciation to the 5 pilot barangays to improve the waste segregation activities of the city.
Now, may we call on the pilot barangays for waste segregation. We have 5 barangays. May we call on Barangay Guadalupe Viejo. Barangay Pinagkaisahan. May we call on Barangay San Antonio. Also part of the barangay, pilot barangays of the city, Barangay Carmona, Barangay Kasilawan is not here.
Waste diversion. Another important parameter we are closely monitored is the waste diversion rate. We would like to recognize the efforts of the barangays with the highest diversion rate, for they are part of the achieving of the city's diversion target.
For waste diversion, for the certificates of recognition, may we call on Barangay Magallanes. May we call on first the Gawad from Carmona to receive the certificates for waste segregation. Barangay Kagawad from Carmona. For the certificate of recognition for waste diversion after Magallanes, now may we call on Barangay San Isidro. Another certificate of recognition for waste diversion, may we call on Guadalupe Viejo. Now, for the top 3 prizes for the waste diversion. For the third place, may we call on Barangay Urdaneta. diversion, may we call on Barangay Forbes Park. Now, for the top prize for the waste diversion, may we call on receiving the plaque of recognition, Barangay Dasmariñas.
Timeliness submission of ECA. This recognition contributes to our timely submission and compliance to the environmental compliance audit submission. We also appreciate the completeness and data integrity of the submission, which is also part of the regional and the national interagency assessment of the Mandalos provisions.
For the awards of recognition, for the timeliness submission of environmental compliance audit. Yes, from our DLG, national agencies, and then our also director. Now we are giving a citations for the timely submission of ECA. For the awards of certificates, may we call on Barangay Magallanes. Another certificate, Barangay Kasilawan. Now, for another certificate of recognition goes to Barangay Tejeros. Now, for the top three, receiving the plaque of recognition for the timeliness submission of ECA. Third place, may we call on Barangay Bel Air. For the plaque of recognition for timeliness submission, second place, may we call on Barangay Pinagkaisahan. Again, we like to call Barangay Tejeros for the photo op so that Barangay Captain of Tejeros can receive personally the award. For the top prize for the timeliness submission of ECA, may we call on Barangay Wordan Araneta.
City Hall Recyclable Fair. Cleanliness begins in our home. We would like to recognize the offices with the most turned over of the used double-sided papers in support of the city's program in reducing waste paper.
Now for the City Hall Recyclable Fair. Sabi nga, cleanliness begins in our home. So now, we'll be giving awards for the departments and offices who participated in our City Hall Recyclable Fair. Now for the certificates, may we call on Accounting Department. Any representative from the Accounting Department? Representative from the Accounting Department? From the Assessment Department. From the City Administrator's Office. Office of the Mayor. From the Business Permits and Licensing Office. From the Bids and Awards Committee Secretariat, GSD. GSD. From the Makati Action Center. Now, we'll be giving the plaque of recognition, the top 3 departments and offices who participated in our City Hall Recyclable Fair. May we call on from the Office of the Building Official. Represented by Attorney Mabute. From the Makati Anti-Drug Abuse Council. Okay. The top prize for the plaque of recognition goes to the Makati City Employees Multi-Purpose Cooperative, MASEMCO. May we call on Accounting Department for the certificate?
Liquid Waste Management, the Stereo Rangers. This time we are honoring the people behind the cleanliness of our waterways. They are the people who are daily in our waterways, ensuring its cleanliness, non-accumulation of garbage, and prevent flooding of our creeks.
Now, we'll be awarding our Stereo Rangers. Most outstanding from the Stereo Rangers coming, this is nominated coming from DNR Mayo West. We are awarding, the first award goes to Barangay Kasilawan, Mark Anthony Medrano. Sila po ang oras-oras, araw-araw, pinapanatiling malinis ang ating mga katubigan. Another prize goes to Barangay Palanan, Rosel B. Marquez. And also, sila po ang nagpapanatili bukod sa ating barangay, sila po ang nagpapanatiling malinis ang ating mga waterway. Mula ng araw, kababan po sila. Congratulations po sa inyo lahat.
Weekly Cleanup Drive. This recognition contributes to our timely submission and compliance to the DILG directives. With their unwavering support and regular activities, it helps the city in maintaining the cleanliness of the waterways and also in sustaining our receding time to 15 to 30 minutes under normal rainfall.
Again, we would like to give the certificates of recognition to the following barangays. They are making sure that sila po ay maagang nagsasubmit ng weekly clean-up as per directives ng ating DLG being supervised by our DLG Makati. Certificates for Barangay San Lorenzo. Another certificate of recognition goes to Barangay Guadalupe Viejo. Another certificate of recognition goes to Barangay Urdaneta. Certificate of recognition for the weekly clean-up goes to Barangay Pinagkaisahan. Now, for the top three, for the weekly clean-up, for the third place, we will call on Barangay Santa Cruz. Second placer for the weekly cleanup goes to Barangay Forbes Park. Now, for the top prize for the weekly cleanup goes to Barangay Olympia.
Dislodging abatement. This recognition is based from the submission of our water concessionaires. They are the barangays with the highest number of residents who avail the free dislodging services. This contributes to our increasing regular dislodging activities as part of improving the water quality of our waterways.
Now, for the dislodging availment, maraming salamat po sa ating mga water concessionaires sa Manila Water and also sa Maynilad. They are the ones who give us who are the top availers, no, or dislodging availments among the barangays. May we go on for the certificates of recognition. Barangay San Isidro. Barangay Pio del Pilar. Another certificate. May we call on Barangay Palanan. Another certificate of recognition goes to Barangay Mangkal. Certificate of recognition goes to Barangay Poblacion. Now, receiving for the top prize. Third prize goes to the plaque, receiving the plaque of recognition, goes to Barangay Santa Cruz. For the second place, for the dislodging availment, goes to Barangay San Antonio. For the disdañability, top prize, top recognition. Receiving the plaque of recognition goes to Barangay Tejero.
Best practices. We would like to bestow this recognition to the barangays who become our front runners. They improve tremendously while others sustain their efforts and programs through the years and become our environmental management best practices.
For the best practices, may we call on the following barangays. Thank you for being our model, being our showcase of best practices in Makati. First, may we call on Barangay Dasmariñas. May we call on Barangay Kasilawan. Next, we call on Barangay Pilar. Another certificate, award, plaque of recognition goes to Barangay San Antonio. Plaque of recognition for best practices also goes to Barangay Urdaneta. Another plaque of recognition for best practices. Here we come on. Barangay San Isidro. Last but not the least, as one of our barangay pilot or showcase of benchmarking, may we call on Barangay Bel Air.
Partners of the environment. This time we would like to honor our partners and the people behind the organizations, from the non-governmental organizations, the national government agencies, and the private organizations. Through sustained collaboration, and the environmental management sector is continually in the process of achieving its goals and objectives cited in our comprehensive development plan, and with the ending view of realizing our vision.
For the partnership engagement and collaboration. Now, we'll go to the non-governmental organization. Now we'll be recognizing our partners from the non-governmental organization. First, may we call on from the Polystyrene Packaging Council of the Philippines, headed by Mr. Henry L. Gawad, and now represented by the Secretary General, Ms. Daisy M. Coroza. We are also giving certificates for our specific person partners, hindi lang mga organization, but the people we are engaged with. Now, another partner, may we call on from the Worldwide Fund for Nature Philippines, represented by the Head Energy and Climate Change Program, Attorney Angela Consuelo Ibay, together with Project Coordinator, Ms. Julia Andrew Pasangan. Another partner, kapisanan ng mga junk shop operators sa Makati or KAJOM, represented by the President, Ms. Mona Lisa D. Borlasa. May we call on Carpel Environmental Corporation, represented by Michelle Tao, together with Ms. Noraline Lee Samar. Our partners from the Philippine Disaster Resilience Foundation, represented by PNP Alex Gar Masiglat. Masaya. Central Estate Association. May we call on partner from Junior Chamber International Makati, represented by Ms. Rachel G. Aurelio. From the Basic Environmental Systems and Technologies, Inc., or BEST. May we call on Mr. Alvin Abilon, Logistics and Operation Manager. Another partner from Resbin Waste Technology, Inc., represented by their CEO and co-founder, Mr. Marie Martinez. Foundation. May we call on Ms. Christina Sablayan, Community Development Officer, representing Ella Foundation. Now, we'll be going to national government agencies. Our partners, no? Our daily interactions with them. Kaya tayo nagkaka-award because they're active in our collaboration. Now, we'll be giving a special certificate of recognition to the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, BJMP, to Jail Inspector Ellen L. Balan, and Jail Superintendent Juan Mayrzel ng MOA. Now, from MMDA, we'll be giving a plaque of recognition to two divisions under MMDA. First, may we call on from the Solid Waste Management Office under Engineer Herdy Denosta. May we call on Mr. John Marie G. Cauyong, Mr. Melnes S. Garcia, Project Development Officer 4. Together with the Solid Waste Management Office, may we call on from the Office of the Assistant General Manager for Planning. May we call on Mr. Joaquin Antonio M. Santos. Sir J.P. Now, may we call on from the DNR. From the planning of MMDA. Sila po yung ano natin, yung mga parks natin. Salamat, Sir JD. Now, for the DNR, from the Environmental Management Bureau, Ms. Catherine C. Neverio. May we call on as well from DNR, EMB, NCR, from Solid Waste Management Section, EMB Annabelle Wahing, and Mr. Eldridge A. Guyala. Maraming salamat, DNR, EMP. Now, may we call on DNR, Metropolitan Environmental Office, Mayo West, represented by Mr. Markem M. Ocfemia, River Protection Coordinator, and Mr. Michael E. Lanuza, another River Protection Coordinator. From DNR, Manila Bay Coordinating Office, Attorney Jofran D. Riego, together with Ms. Joyce Bates Labro. Of course, the day will not be over. Yes, we'll give recognition to the DILG Makati, represented by Director Mary Jane Nakado, together with Hana DILG Leila Raya. From DILG NCR, Ms. Rachel Ann M. Milarpis, Project Development Officer 4. From the Department of Agriculture, Bureau of Plant Industries, Mr. Jose Diego Rojas, Senior Agriculturist. From DNR, Climate Change Service, Director Elenida Baso. From the Climate Change Commission. From the Climate Change Commission, headed by Secretary Robert Borge, represented by Mr. Jerome E. Ilagan, Chief Policy and Research Development Division. From the Civil Service Commission, Makati Field Office, Ms. Margarita G. Reyes. Now we go to the private establishments and organizations. Special certificate of recognition will be given to the Makati City Employees Multipurpose Cooperative, MASEMCO, represented by the Director Alvin M. Gamodo and Ms. Jeremy Bruces, the Treasury Supervisor. From the Manila Water Company, receiving the plaque of recognition from Manila Water Company, headed by Mr. J.M. Bahilio, Senior Territory Manager, represented by Ms. Juby R. Ramos, Business Operations Section Head, Customer and Stakeholders. Now, moving on, our partners from the private establishment, from Ayala Property Management Corporation, or APMC, represented by Ms. Sired E. Badajos, Associate Director for Sustainability and Quality Assurance. In behalf also of Ayala Land, Ms. Zyrel will be receiving the plaque of recognition for Ayala Land. For Ms. Ana Maria M. Gonzalez and Ms. Mabel Reyes, Sustainability Manager. Now, we go to our partners from San Miguel Corporation. May we call on Mr. Brian Angelo B. Garcia, Communications Manager. Mr. Voltaire A. de la Cruz. For Pacific Paints or Boysen Philippines, for Mr. John Louis M. Marcelo, represented by Mr. Christian Santiago. For Meralco, further business head of the Makati Business Center, Mr. John Paul George Randy M. Sandoval, represented by Ms. Ariane Hilado. Now we call on Sentinel Upcycling Technologies. We call on Mr. Jimmy Concepcion. For ISWIMS, or International Solid Waste Integrated Management Specialist, may we call on Mr. Vilmar A. Yambao, Operations Manager. Now, they call on our partner, Berdeng Calabao, represented by the President of SM Coronado, Mr. Donnie R. Coronado, with Mr. Nadine Victoria Coronado, Head of Partnerships and Programs. Another partner from the Urban Farmers Philippines, Mr. Louis D. Gutierrez, known as the Farmer-in-Chief, together with Marian Pacunana Sanggil. Another partner, Burlington, represented by Miss Joyce Tan Lato. Essie Johnson, by Miss Marisa de Ungria.
Friends of the environment, we would like to honor our partners in the city government. We believe in and acknowledge that every department and offices has helped and assisted the environmental management sector, but there are who patiently guided and extended their support and technical assistance to achieve our sectoral targets, objectives, and goals cited in our comprehensive development plan, and with the ending view of realizing our vision.
Now, to honor our departments and offices known for us as Friends of the Environment, may we call on the departments and offices from the General Services Department, receiving the plaque of recognition for being the Friends of the Environment. Mr. Francisco D. Macario. From the Budget Department, represented by Mr. Robert Ferrer. From the Urban Development Department, represented by Mr. Jaden Manumbale. May I call on from the UDD, from the Urban Development Department. Next, from the Department of Engineering and Public Works, may we call on the representative of Engineer George William C. Hong. Miss Irish, Engineer Attorney Mabuti. From Accounting Department, Miss Angelica Cruz and Jasmine Radam. From HRDO, or Human Resource Development Office, Mr. Louis Flores. From the International Relations Department, represented by the department head, Ms. Angela Yu. Ano po yung HR? HRDO, tinawag na po. IRD. From the Information and Communication Relations Department, Miss Melody Daray. From the office of Councilor Maribel Frias Vitales, the Chair of the Environment and Ecology Committee of our Sangguniang Panglungsod. From DepEd Makati, ICRD is now present. The Information and Communications Relations Department. May we call on from EEMO, Economic Enterprises Management Office, represented by Ms. Eva Maria Aurolio. Representative from the Makati Action Center. Now we go to Makati Health Department, represented by the department head, Dr. Bernard T. Sese. From the Museum and Cultural Affairs Office, MCAO. From the Office of the Building Official, represented by Attorney Mel Kenneth Pabute. Attorney na, engineer pa. From the Makati Social Welfare Department, represented by their department head, Ms. Maribel M. Luma, together with the staff of MSWD. Now, we would like to acknowledge and also recognize the contribution of the University of Makati. May we call on the President Elisur C. Ramos, together with the Vice President for Student Services and Community Development, Mr. Virgilio B. Tabu. Also is Director Bobby V. Villanueva, Director for Center for Culture and the Arts.
Thank you, Sir Senon. And second on the line is the overview of the search and cleanliness for the greenest government facilities for the year 2025. And to give us a full background, may we call on Ms. Maribig Imperio, the Division Chief of Support Services Division of Department of Environmental Services.
The Makati City Search for the Cleanest and Greenest Government Facilities is an annual initiative led by the City Search Committee on Clean and Green, established under Executive Order Number 007, Series of 2006. The program recognizes and rewards the outstanding efforts of various institutions in promoting environmental stewardship and sustainable practices through inspection, assessment, and validation. Participating facilities include barangays, public elementary and high schools, police, and fire substations. Over the years, the assessment criteria have been reviewed and updated to address emerging environmental challenges and align with current sustainability goals. Today, the program adopts a more holistic approach by promoting climate action, water waste management, water and energy conservation, proper waste management, urban greening, and overall community well-being. It goes beyond the cleanliness and aesthetics, emphasizing long-term sustainability, resilience, and environmental responsibility. This year's awardees emerge from the combined results of the third and fourth quarter 2025 assessments and the first and second quarter 2026 evaluations conducted by the assessors and validators.
And for the winners, for the police substations, third prize goes to Police Substation 1, Olympia, Philippine Major Ronnie Rick Alito. For the second prize, Police Substation 3, Rio de Pilar, Police Captain Alberto S. Rojas Jr. And for the first prize goes to Police Substation 6, Poblacion. Police Major Argel V. Padilla. And for the fire substations, third prize goes to Fire Substation Palanan. Fire Inspector Mark Nico T. Tando. Second prize goes to Fire Substation 1, Guadalupe Nuevo. Fire Inspector Rory Carl B. Dalmato. And for the first prize goes to Fire Substation 6, Valenzuela. Fire Inspector Michelle A. Young. category, for the third prize, goes to the Paz Elementary School, Mr. Benson T. Herman. Second prize, Bangkal Senior High School, Principal Mr. Michael Lorenzana. And for the first prize for the low category, low density category, Jose Magsaysay Elementary School, Principal Ms. Salvacion G. Miranda. For the medium density category, third prize, Del Pilar National High School, Dr. Enalita M. Patikal, P.E. Second prize goes to Bangkal Elementary School, Maine, Miss Remesilia Roque. And for the first prize for the medium density category, Palanan Elementary School, Miss Riza Formelisa. For the public school high density category, third prize, Makati High School, Mr. Noli B. Francisco. Second prize, Pio del Pilar Elementary School, Maine, Miss Maria Mira M. Alvarez. And the first prize for the high density category, Makati Integrated School, Dr. Leonardo E. Pablo PhD. And for the barangays, Cluster 1, third prize, barangays,